Salutations, everyone. This is the butterfly. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. I'm so happy because the screen is back to normal. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Because I did not like the way it was, but I wonder if that was a challenge to see if I was going to say F it instead of pushing through this thing. But I'm so happy, and it's another milestone. I'm proud of myself. Okay, so let's jump right in. As the title of the video states, 5D chess. Who the pawn? Okay, who the pawn? Because as we know, we in a high level game of chess here. As they say, it's 5D chess. So that's five-dimensional chess, five different levels, you know, that chess is being played upon, you know. And when I considered this, I thought about, you know, just everything. I thought about spectators, the judges, or what would you call it, like the referees, the people who are in charge of making sure that the guidelines are followed, you know, on both sides, one who maintains balance, the justice, within the game, and then we have the board itself, right? And from my understanding, I did a quick overview. I've never played chess before. I've always thought it was an interesting game. I've played checkers before, but I've never played chess before. I've always thought it was an interesting game, and to think that they compare this whole war that we're going through. Um, they use it in the analogy of being like a five-dimensional chess game, right? So back to what I was saying, we have the board, we have the spectators, we have the judges, if you will. We have the what is it? The rook, the bishop, the knights, the king, the queen, and the pawns. I think I have everyone. Okay. And all of these pieces serve a purpose, okay, of protecting the queen, protecting the king, right? And what I'm most concerned about is like the pawns. The pawns are on the front line, right? So these are the people in the front that are actively in the battle. So like who are the pawns? So from our view, the pawn in this thing, the person in the front, the person who's going to be taking all the focus, okay, it could be Trump, if we want to say it like that, just taking all the focus, if we thought about it like that, right? And pawns are like, it's, I don't want to say they're easily to be sacrificed, but they're the it seems like the most important people are being kept in the back, and the more expendable people are being put to the front. I don't know why that came up, because that wasn't the premise of my that wasn't why I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this video because I felt like uh, when people are not on the same page and they're, in something for the wrong reasons, or they have their own agendas, we just really have to be aware of that. We have to be aware of uh, at this time, it's going to be so much things going on where people are pushing their own agendas. Like, for instance, some people don't want the pedophilia to stop. They don't want the pedophilia to stop. They don't want abundance for everyone. They don't want health care for everyone. They don't want that because they want to maintain the system that they have now. Because in the system that we have now, uh, people, certain people are doing better than others, and certain people get to position themselves where they can lord over others or control others, and they really don't want that paradigm to stop. They want that paradigm to continue because if it continues, then it can be business as usual. And what I mean by that is, like, let's just take something small, which is really not small, healthcare, right? Like you go to you feel ill or whatever, you go to the doctor, and then they may find an illness or whatever, and they start to treat you. And then you say to them, well, okay, how long is the treatment? And they say, oh no, this is forever. You know, and when I mean, let me be more specific. Okay, since I was younger, I've been diagnosed with like high blood pressure, and but I always, but in addition to that, I've been looking in a microscope since before that. Okay. When I would go to the doctor's office with my mom or whatever, there was this lab tech named Gordon, and he would always indulge me. I would have so many questions, and oh, God bless you, Gordon. We need so many more people like you. He was a grown man. He was never inappropriate with me. He always was patient. He taught me things. He never said to me, oh, that's just too big for your understanding. He at least tried. And I learned. uh, You know, I learned. So I knew what a cocci and a bacilli cell was when I was younger. Okay, you know, yeah. So the doctor is like, you got high blood pressure, so you're gonna take these beta blockers or whatever the case may be. And like, I remember somewhere along the lines when I was taking was it pharmacology or anatomy? It might have been anatomy, right? And the way how the body was designed was described to me, and how I investigate uh on my own certain things. And plus, hey, I got a body. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't, it just doesn't seem right to uh have to take medication indefinitely just because of this reason. The body is designed as such to where it has its own cleaners, it has its own energy systems in the mitochondria, it has its own communication systems, where it has its own like intelligent design, right? So sometimes, because of external influences and what I now know as the chemtrails that they've been purposely spraying on us, when they're writing those nice letters in the sky and everybody's looking up like, oh, wow, how do they do that? All the while, you know what I'm saying, you got chemicals, falling in your eyes, and you're breathing them in, and they're hurting you. Okay, these things, without the constant assault on our health, the body will always come to equilibrium once you get rest. Okay, once you get nourishment, all right, and are in a calm state, your body will naturally start to rejuvenate, to heal. Okay, the body is just so remarkable. I mean, even after we have transitioned on, meaning the divine spirit that lives within, has decided to, go on to another realm, okay, or go back to source, until it decides to reincarnate in another realm. You know, the hair and the fingernails, they still grow. That's why sometimes if you ever watch any movies or watch any like I used to watch he's like a mortician. He's a famous mortician. And I would watch the investigative case files, right? Anyway, one thing that I would notice is that the nails, the toenails, the fingernails, and the hair would it would be long. It would be sparse, of course, because you of course you need scalp, you need the skin, to the cells to be able to regenerate. You know what I'm saying? But the hair and the nails, they still grow. Okay, and even like moments after, like all of the vital signs have stopped expressing through the body, for about 3 minutes after that has happened, like when you hear the tone, the beeping, you know, uh, in the hospital of the machine, I forgot what they call it. I forgot what they call it. And I used to have an antidote. Right is right, red. The left is black. Then you have the other one, the white one underneath. Anyway, getting off the subject. 3 minutes after that sound, even that is signaling that you have passed on, you can still hear. You can still hear what is being said. Okay, so that even in a coma, you can still hear. So that's why it's very important, like in with your loved ones, like if they're in the hospital, like in maybe like in a sleep state, a dream state. You must remember that they can still hear you, they can still feel your energy. So try to keep it as positive as possible. Okay, so what I'm saying is like, if people understood how to heal themselves and that they don't need to be taking medicine for the rest of their lives, or they may be taking surgeries that they don't need, okay, such as plastic surgery, breast lifts, facelifts, all of this jazz, that you can reverse that. You can stimulate your skin cells by massage, making sure you're moisturized, you drink enough water, you get enough nutrients. You know what I'm saying? Your salt, like with your face, you can do facial massages. Okay, like you don't need to be going to cut onto your skin or whatever. So if people realize that they did not need that, where would all of these doctors in their big houses and all of that stuff be? Where would they be? I'll tell you where they would be. They would they would be right down here with the rest of us. Okay, financially, because physically they are where the rest of us are. And what I mean by that is like, okay, recently, well, not recently, but my bout with kidney failure, like last year, the kidney doctor, okay, he looks like he needs care. Okay, he can barely stand up without bracing himself. He's shaky. You know what I'm saying? His hair is a little bit unkempt. All right, his hygiene is questionable. Like, so they're not really healing people. And you would think your idea of the hospital is that you're healing people. It's not what it is. It's not what it is. Okay, it's not what it is. Just like you think when you go to church, you're trying to save your eternal soul, but really you're putting the responsibility of it in someone else's hands. When you are created to have a personal responsibility with I'm sorry, a personal relationship with the creator. Okay, that's why we were all designed differently. Yes, we may look similar in certain kinds of ways, but we are different. Okay, we are very different, even on a molecular level. And let me just tell you how different we are. Just think of everyone you know. Okay, everyone you know, everyone you've ever seen. Okay, we all have different fingerprints. We all have different fingerprints. Okay, even on the one hand, all of these fingerprints are different than the other. Okay, all of these fingerprints are different than the other. And no one on this earth has the pattern, the design of my fingertips or your fingertips. No one. Okay, that just goes to show you how unique we are. All right. So I guess the thing is, I want to stir myself back to it because, like, okay, I don't write anything down, so everything it just comes right out. But what brought me to this is that you gotta understand that the position that you're playing. What position are you? In this grand scheme of things, this grand scheme of life. What position are you? Are you the spectator? Are you the judge? Are you the knight? Are you the king, the queen, the bishop, the pawn? What are you? And it is high time that we all figure out our position, because a lot of people are just like out for their own agenda. So you just really don't know what position you play. You could think that you're the queen to someone's king and you're really just the pawn. And what I mean by that is like, okay, so last night I went to the store and I was getting some cigarettes and this guy was in the store and he goes, he asked me if he could, you know, Apple pay me some cigarettes or whatsoever. That's another thing. You people of this electronic age or whatsoever, this, that, and the other, you gotta diversify your portfolio. And what that means is sometimes you gotta have money, you gotta have tangible money, okay, and you could have the credit cards and the bank account and all of that stuff, but you got to have tangible assets. And also jewelry is very good as a tangible asset, because not only is it good for you to wear, like if you ever get into any financial trouble or whatsoever, you can pawn that. You can pawn that and get money and help you. You know what I'm saying? You got to start making strategic purchases. Okay, so like that part. Anyway, so he wants to pay me with an Apple Pay or whatever. And I'm like, I don't got no Apple Pay, nothing. He like, oh, come on, come on. I was like, look, how about I just give you a cigarette and you just let that be it, you know? And he started telling me how, I forget, he said something that let me know that he was kind of embarrassed about having to bum a cigarette or whatever, and I was just like, he was saying something. I was just like, why are we, I guess I was about to say, why are we so ashamed of asking each other for help? Why? Like we fucking supposed to be helping each other here. Okay? We are supposed to be doing that, and it shouldn't be no shame in it because everybody need help sometimes. Even if you got all the money in the world and you want to put something, like you want to put a fucking ledge up. Let's just say you want to put a ledge up or something. and but it's too heavy for you to lift by yourself. You gonna at least need somebody else to help you lift it, and if you're so ashamed to ask for help, you're not gonna ask for nobody to help you. You're gonna try to do it yourself and fucking hurt yourself. Like, stop it. That's what we do. We be ashamed to ask for help, and we try to do it ourselves and end up fucking hurting ourselves. That's what we do. I mean, I've done it, so I can say it. Like, I try not to talk about nothing that I haven't been through or witnessed, you know what I'm saying, or been privy to. Okay, so like, enough of that shit. Okay, but what it boiled down to, because uh he goes, after I gave him the cigarette or whatsoever, and he took the cigarette from me, and he was like, "Oh, I got a lighter. I could give it to you." So I was like, "Okay." He gave me the lighter, and as he's giving me the lighter, he says, "I'm I'm sleeping with I'm living with I'm with a girl I hate." And I was like, I'm thinking to myself, "Here we go, spirit. Like, fuck, I can't just run to the store and get back in the crib. You gotta have me working and shit." But I did ask where to work at. So boom, here it is. So he's like, "I'm with a girl I hate." And I'm like, why? Like, why? If you hate her, why you with her? Oh, just fucking her. I said, well, stop it, because you transferring energy. You shouldn't be doing that. Have a good night. And he like, okay, thank you for the knowledge, and he ran away. If he, cause he must have felt the shit bubbling up. Cause I'm not taking this nonsense no more. And people getting chastised when they talk to me about fuckery. Like this man, okay, that it's a couple that we used to know. And when I say used to know, they fucking cut off now. Okay. Because they was on my nerves anyway. I was only tolerating them anyway. They wasn't my friends. So because of respect, and love for the person who friends they was, I tolerate them. But I ain't fucking like them anyway. Anyway. The husband, he always would come to me and be like saying, oh, how he hate being married. He can't stand being married, this, that. And then I would tell him, stop coming to me with that shit. Because I like being married. You understand what I'm saying? And I would not like for my husband to be talking about me like that. You understand? And with me. That is some fucking two-faced bumperclot shit. Like, people, please get your shit together. If you be authentic. Be authentic, because it's not the girl he really hate. He fucking hate himself. You understand? Because he will not deal with his shadow. Speaking of shadow, as I was going to the store, you know, me and Spirit going to the store, and it's nighttime. You know what I noticed? I noticed that in the daytime, your spirit, it follows you. But in the nighttime, your spirit goes before you. Your shadow, I'm sorry, your shadow. Your shadow follows you in the daytime, but in the nighttime, your shadow leads you. Ain't that something? Now now shadow, look, my shadow something saying, ain't this a bitch? I've been with you this whole motherfucking time, and you're just noticing that? Yeah, 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 yeah. See it right over there, right over there. Yeah, just notice that. That's what happens when you start to be introspective. You start to notice things more around you, okay, that you need to pay attention to. Okay. Now, I'm sure if this girl was really paying attention, she would realize that this boy, he hate her, but he's still fucking her. Like, that's the usury I'm talking about. That's the pawn shit. Like, she thinks she's his queen, but she's a fucking pawn being used and put in the front line to be fucking sacrificed just to protect his ass. So it's like people gotta be careful. Like, what are you playing? Or like, are you a part of the game? Are you like a part of the back row? You know what I'm saying? Where you got power and shit, like the queen can move all over. You know what I'm saying? Everybody protecting the king and shit. He's staying close to the rook, the castle and shit. Everybody protecting the king. You know, like who are you? The knights, everybody. Everybody putting their ass on the line. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta really realize you people. It's like this time is really serious. It's so much it's unstable. It's unstable, and the only sure-footed place that you could go is within, because you can't lie to yourself. You can't lie to yourself. You can't run from yourself, because wherever the fuck you go, there you are. You know what I'm saying? So that is severely important. Okay, these are very serious times, and now more than ever, we're gonna really have to be going inward. You know what I'm saying, and really looking at things, really looking at things, the shadow side of things. Okay, because if we know every aspect of ourselves, our shadow self, the shit we not proud of, the feelings that we try to suppress and hide from other people, if we address them, okay, acknowledge them, all right, because we human. You know what I'm saying? We cannot be perfect. Because if you try to repress that shit, you're gonna act. The shadow gonna act out, because the shadow has got to be acknowledged. It's gonna fucking act out. You know. So I really suggest that people try to recognize, like, where you at in this game. Is it your game even? Is it your game? Like, I suggest people figure this shit out, because it's real serious. It's real serious out here. You know. And introspection is definitely necessary. The shadow, people gotta start looking at these shadows, because they coming out. They jumping out. They will not be ignored. They will not be denied. You know what I'm saying? So either your shadow could walk with you, or your shadow could run you. You gonna have to decide. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to fucking decide. Whew. And decide if you're a pawn and shit, because people out here using people. They out here using people in real fucking life. All right. And you people that's using other people, that's not going to help you. That's not going to help you. That's still going to, the void in you is still going to be more wider, because you're not addressing that shit, so that you can heal it up, and know that you're not supposed to be a curse to somebody just because you're not happy with yourself. Okay, you don't be with somebody when you're not happy with yourself. Get your shit together. All right, you'll be able to go further, and you'll be able to heal faster. Okay, then when you sitting up there plotting and planning and fucking vampiring on somebody, that's some bullshit right there. So you guys got to be careful. It's a lot of that out here, and it was even before I was watching this. It was even a podcast about two men was sitting up there laughing and shit, talking about they don't love their wife and this that. Like, you motherfuckers, knock it off. Because let me tell you something. You don't speak for the majority of fucking people. You do not. Okay, just because this fucking app making y'all feel like it's the majority of the world, it's fucking not. They trying to poison you because they like it the way it is. Low vibrational. They fucking like this shit. You understand what I'm saying? But that is not the way we are. It's not the way we really are. You understand? So like if you're with someone and you up there talking about you don't fucking love them, it's gonna show up. Your shadow gonna show it up. And they gonna fucking know. And guess what they gonna do? They gonna fucking cheat on you. They gonna leave you. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna start treating you the same fucking way. All right? Because the universe is not sleep. All right? This is the time of Pluto. If the shit is not built on a solid, righteous foundation, it's got to go. So those people out there fucking around, pretending that they care for people that they with just to use them, or pretending that they friends with somebody just to use them and all of that shit is gonna stop. It's gonna be revealed. You know what I'm saying? And then what the fuck you gonna be having? You're gonna be known as a user. You're gonna be ostracized. You're gonna be isolated. Is it fucking worth it? Is it worth it? Like fucking heal yourself, recognize your shadows, and fucking deal with it. Deal with that shit. Because that is unacceptable. No more of that shit. No more. Try to see what question I'm gonna ask. I'm trying to see what I got my Akashic record cards here. Going in the Akashic. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what question I'm. Well, Spirit, what do we need to know? I'll just ask that. What do we need to know? Okay, regarding. Let me see. I'll do a talk to light. Okay, what we need to know going forward. Okay, Spirit, I'm not taking all them cards. I said 3 cards. I'm not taking all them cards. And we just make a mental note of them just as they come out. All right, we're going to do a dark to light spread. What do we need to know, I guess, about the coming week? What do we need to know about the coming week? Okay. Regarding this social conflict that's in the air. What do we need to know regarding the social conflict that is in the air? Because it's going to be conflict. Because nobody likes being used. Nobody likes being lied to and made a fool of, essentially. Nobody likes that. Mhm. I saw this in my meditation too. We got the 4 of Scrolls, what we cannot see. Okay, so this is karmic. All right, this is karmic. The karmic trench. All right, we got rows and rows of rows. All right, dug out. All right. For me, the earth feels like family. It feels like a community, something that we grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Is just waiting to be filled. You know what I'm saying? All neat and stuff, and yet he's still digging. He's still digging instead of just planting it. Just plant the stuff because we cannot grow. The seeds can't grow if they don't get sown. They don't get sown. Ain't that something? Mm. We got the four. We got the four stability. We got, we got the holds. We got holds. So stuck. Being stuck in like a pattern. Mm, Let me get the next one. So we begin to see Eight of Roses. Sangha tribe. Okay. Coming together. Different people. I like that so far. Coming to the light. Yep. Here we go. See, that is no accident. That is the freaking card on the post on the broadcast. The Three of Keys. This speaks of social conflicts. Okay, this is what we're gonna be looking forward to: social conflict. Okay, so people gotta be using discernment. You know what I'm saying? Because people gonna be trying to get everybody riled up and shit for their own causes. It's like what I got the feeling of is like, when you got a bully that's fucking with you all the time or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then there's this new person or whatever, and they pretty strong or whatever, and everybody likes them. You don't really fucking like them, but you know that if you befriend them, you know what I'm saying, because they don't really like bullies or whatever. If you befriend them and shit, they'll look after you and shit. They'll beat the bully up for you and get it out your way. You know what I'm saying? They'll take the bully and get the bully out your way. I don't know why the fuck this shit, that's the way it's coming up to me, that they, the bully will get their people will use you for something that they can't do. You know what I'm saying? They'll use you to do something that they want to do. You know what I'm saying? But can't do. If that makes sense. I fucking hope it makes sense. That's what's gonna be happening. This is what's gonna come to light. That people is out here fucking using people, trying to get them riled up, especially with all of this race baiting and this, that, and the other, blah, blah. That's not the point. The point is these people are killing our fucking kids. That is the point. All right. The point is we've been poisoned by the government. All right. We've been misled and lied to by the education system. This is the point. All right, not all of this nonsense what they keep trying to make us like focus on, like fucking racism and all of this shit. We so focused on our differences, we not focused on our similarities. All of us love our families, don't we? Don't we all love our families? Okay, don't we all want to love? Don't we all want to take care of ourselves and have a good life? Don't we all want friends, accomplishments, good relationships? That's what the fuck this is. This is what we want. We realize we more the same than we are fucking different. Even if we are from the other side of the world, we are the same. We inside we the same. We love the same shit. Like, come on. And we hate the same stuff, which is pedophilia and war. We don't want no fucking war. All right. We got so much stuff. We supposed to be down here enjoying ourselves. Mother Earth is so beautiful, has so many amazing things. I remember my grandma, she used to take us to the hot springs. It's like our real hot springs, right next to a waterfall. So the waterfall is cold, and then the spring right next to it is like a freaking hot springs mud bath. That's better than any luxury spa you could fucking go to. They can never do it like Mother Nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're not enjoying it because these fuckers, they just keep trying to hoard everything and force us to just be using all of our energy in their machines when we're supposed to be enjoying each other, sharing our cultures, you know what I'm saying? Laughing together, expanding and protecting Mother Earth where we live. We're supposed to be protecting this place. You know what I'm saying? And so the government, they're supposed to be protecting us, but they're not doing what the fuck they're supposed to be doing. And it is our karmic destiny to plant the seeds of growth. Okay? We just keep digging and digging and fuck that. Start planning. Let's go. We need to plant the seeds of growth. All right. To realize that we're more alike than we are different. Come together. Okay. We have something to offer. Each one of us have something to offer each other. It doesn't matter what we look like on the outside. We are filled with hidden gifts. Okay. And like I said, we are more alike than we are different. All right, in vibration. And that's what they trying to stop. They trying to stop with all of that bullshit, with the agendas. With the agendas. Oh, look over here, go over here, fight for this, yell at this, blah, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. No. How about we just don't give them any energy? How about if they playing this game on our fucking back? Imagine the whole world, okay, the masses, the 99%, if you will, bent over underneath this board. Let's just stand the fuck up. I want everybody to stand up and walk the fuck away. Okay? We're not going to be the table for their damn board no more. For anybody's board. All right? We're not going to do it. All right. That was a big confirmation for this to come out. Like you see the queen lying on her, she's lying down. The queen is the most is one of the most powerful is the most powerful piece on that board because she could move all around in all directions. Okay? She's the only one. And yet she fucking lying down. Like, what in the hell is going on here? No. There's a lot of betrayal going on. There's a lot of usury. And y'all got to be careful that people ain't using you to for their own ends. Like this young man using this young lady for her pussy, probably some place to stay, and she probably feeding him with our food stamps and shit like that. And he fucking out here talk about he hate her. Imagine. Shame on any fucking body like that. And it's going to come to the light because the universe is not sleeping. That type of behavior is no longer supported by the vibration. All right. So you either care bear that shit or you're going to be isolated. You're going to be out there. And what I mean by care bear that shit, that means transmute. Okay. See, y'all don't be having those good cartoons and shit no more that teach y'all some good morality, how to be really loving each other and to be in harmony with each other. Okay, go and watch a Care Bear cartoon. All right, where they just give you the Care Bear stare and then the energy just come out and transmute all of that nasty energy all to good stuff. Okay, transmute the nasty energy inside yourself. Give it the Care Bear stare. All right, or you getting the hell out of here. We're not putting up with that kind of nonsense no more. Period. Point blank. All right. I think that's enough because I want to go and do my salt bath today. Like, forget about it. Okay. So I want to thank you for being here when you can be anywhere else. Wait a minute. Oh, did I say like, share, subscribe? Leave me a comment so I know that you are here. And please, I saw a comment asking how do I get I think she may wanted my CBD or whatsoever. On my website, the www.hempbutterfly.com, there is a portion of the website where you can leave me a comment. You can actually leave me an email. You can have it make an appointment for a reading. Okay, so you can actually, if you don't see the product that you're interested in on my website, because I do have a delay, a procrastination, and updating it because, like I've said before, I'm a one man band. I'm doing all of this myself. And when I say myself, I just mean business wise. Okay. Because my honey bunny, of course, he supports me from the background, but this is my baby here. So I'm trying to take care of it as best I can. So please be patient with me while I get everything up and running smoothly. So you can actually leave me a comment. You can leave me an email. Okay, and you can buy products, and you can make an appointment for a tarot reading, all on my www.hempbutterfly.com website. Okay, so again, I want to thank you guys for being here when you can be anywhere else. The butterfly loves you. Namaste.